Hello, welcome and welcome back. This is Jacob continuing the narration series for the short stories located on the modules of the various operators in Arknights. And today we're going to be taking a look at the short story for Wildbane. Now, full transparency here, I forgot that I prepared Wildbane for like all the way back when I made the operator record for Reed. I was leveling them both at the same time, but it was very short on modules, so here we are now, considering the current event and other things have provided us with a bit extra modules. So cool. But yeah, obviously over the weekend, Ling had priority for, well, obvious reasons. And so yeah, now we're here. I'm gonna take a look at her story. Now, before I begin, like always, a couple of words. As a unit, well, can't really say too much considering I've only recently used her. All I can say is her second skill is very fun and very funny on top of it. I did use her a bit during the current invitation to Vine stages, and it's it's a bit funny to see to see the enemies just go whee! Especially the annoying ones in this map, considering how much they split into small units. But yeah, as a unit, pretty fun. Sadly, she belongs into those categories for Vanguard that I don't really like, or units specifically that only block one, but her second skill does make up for that, which is very nice. And as a character, well, let's see. First introduction, I think she wasn't introduced before that, but first introduction was during the, I believe, during the Penis Silvestri's side story, where we get to learn a bit about her, how she joins that specific nightclub, and then obviously she appears later in the Narrated story. So yeah, as a character, on first glance, when you see and hear her talk and act, she definitely appears like that type of, not really a full-on battle maniac, but does prefer to just do shit instead of thinking too much. Very positive on appearance, plus what's the word I'm looking for? Plus you wouldn't expect her to be like the smartest person in the room, but as Pino Silvestris has shown, she knows her history, as she showed in very much detail during that one episode in that side story, where she went into detail about history and the dates. But it makes sense considering she as a campaign knight was, or rather is, from a noble line of knights. Her entire family technically is, but because she got a ripathy, she got pretty much tossed out by her family. Magical rock cancer always. But yeah, it's a bit I can say about that. In other terms, well, with today's story, I was not expecting that kind of story, but well, it will show a bit of her past and a bit of how she got a ripathy, technically, considering her file only mentions that she got it from while she was training out in the countryside. But yeah, that will be a story right now. But yeah, her module, well, I feel like the modules for the Casimir's units are almost all similar. Pretty much just a replacement and replacement parts for the freaking spear. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much what this is. But let's look cool. But yeah, as for the story, oh boy. Here we go. Oh, the title of the module and story is Spear Replacement Suit. And the story goes as follows. Iwona Krukowska, greatest regret is that she was unable to take the wine chalice in her room with her when she left Casimir's. That goblet forged of gold was a coming-of-age present. No child at that point in the Krukowska family was as gallant as her, and she became the knight they placed their hopes in. Iwona was used to long-term life in the camp, scarce on modern means of entertainment. She upheld the strict work-rest cycle and physical training, all of it for one purpose, becoming a campaign knight, the bravest campaign knight of them all. To the Krukowska family, attaining service as a campaign knight is the highest honor of them all. The ancient family defends at the borderlands, their backs to the prosperous clamor of Casimir cities, facing the frostbitten winters of Ursus. Iwona grew up on stories of heroism and grew a pure fear and longing for that dangerous, tumultuous battlefield like nothing else. The day her family Knight Primus granted her the chalice, it ensured Iwona had no second thoughts. She beat pure hot blood with every pulse. She signed up to every archer's training regiment, with no care for the risk, and improved herself through it. She never took notice of whatever grimy deals and nonsense slander laid behind those majestic ideals. She ran too fast, forgot precautions were always called for in perilous circumstances, and just one negligent second would be all it took to brew a tremendous tragedy. Iwona only forgot this one thing, just one time. She was mercilessly thrown to the ground in the open country. A lone person hurrying, a lone person wounded, a lone person helpless. Those wild beasts growing originium crystals wailed at her in their death throes, piercing her eardrums. Those sharp originium crystals, sent every way by the explosion, skewered a body that wouldn't move as she asked. Making it on willpower until aid came running, Iwona was lucky to survive. But after that, she was thoroughly cut away from the life she used to live. That chalice was placed in her display cabinet, separated by a glass door, and every time Iwona came home, she would wipe it clean. She tried returning to her family afterwards, to at least see her own mother and father again one more time, go back into her room, take away some memories of hers. Not once more has she set foot through that heavy wooden door. Yep, yikes. Well, I guess, does this mark, considering the Narrated story, the second time she was close to death? My god. Can we, can you, Iwona, can you not do that, please? In the future? Can we stop that? Don't make it a hat trick, please? But yeah, that's the story of how she contracted neuropathy, and a bit more light on her as a person from a mental standpoint. But I would also like to point out, as I was looking through the file that I do have open for, well, I don't have the entire file open considering she's not 200%, but there's a sentence in here that really brings it in why she is the way she is, always facing forward, and that is this one right here. Pretty much her creed of life for her life. As long as you're alive, you have to keep looking for a path to run. So yeah, that's her, that one sentence is essentially her driving force and why she hasn't succumbed to depression and all the things, considering how her life went downwards after that event, and her pretty much just being shunned by her family. But yeah, there we go. Peachy story, right? Great. Arknights. Always. Yep. Anyway. What can I say? Anyway, I have another long-winded narration to record for the current side story, so I will peace out. And as always, this has been Jacob. Thank you all for listening, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.